a woman without her man is nothing. I wrote this on the board for my students. I came in before they came in. And I wrote it on the board, and then I left. And I waited till they were all in, and I peeked through the window, and sure enough, they were pointing to it and buzzing to each other. And then I walked in the room and I said, okay, let's get going. And I started immediately with some Carnatic rhythm. And I said, let's look at this as a structure. And they were going for a little while, and then finally one of the women said, sir, did you write that on the board? Did you write that sentence on the board? And I said, what? And she said, the sentence behind you. And I said, oh yeah. Oh, but that doesn't have anything to do with the class. Let's just continue it. We're going to continue with this exploration of Indian rhythmic techniques. And then some guy in the class said, why did you write that? And I said, I just read it last night, and it seemed like there was some truth in it, and I didn't want to forget it. It seemed like a very nicely organized sentence. So they said, you read that somewhere? I said, yes, it's a book on contemporary sociology. I don't remember. It just seemed like a good sentence. And they said, you wrote it the way it was printed? And I said, yeah, word for word. A woman without her man is nothing. Period. I said, I forgot the period. As a matter of fact, I didn't put in any of the punctuation. And they said, what punctuation? So I said, okay, well, after woman there's a dash, but it's just at the dash. And after man there's a comma. And then some woman said, that's not what the sentence says. You didn't say it right. I said, you mean my performance wasn't good? And some guy in the class said, yeah, right. Yeah, you didn't say it right. You said a woman without her man is nothing. But the sentence says a woman without her man is nothing. And I said, it's the same sentence. Same words, same everything. And of course the class started to really get agitated and object. Says, no, you're not saying it like she said it. The way she said it, it means something else. So finally, they said, a woman. Without da-da-da-da. So it went on a little bit, and I finally said, so you're saying that phrasing is actually part of the meaning of a sentence. It's not just the words. And the class went, yeah, right. And I said, that's such a great segue into today's theme, because the theme of today's class is phrasing in improvised music. And I said, let's go to it. And of course the class laughed, and they realized that it was a ruse. But of course I had their attention, and it's a 3-hour class, and they were just on for 3 hours.
Where did you learn to troll like this?
You have to. If you're going to teach a 3-hour class, you have to capture their interest. Not in an aggressive way. In this case, like in most cases, the way I do it is not by putting a demand on them, but by bringing them into a situation.